Hello there, I'm Spenta and I live in USDA Zone 7. I enjoy gardening and in particular growing perennial plants because I love to see them return each year. I live in USDA Zone 7. Again, I'm Spenta. If you're new here, please take a moment and hit that subscribe button. Today I'm sharing my daylilies with you. They're blooming really pretty. It is now mid-spring. Daylilies are very pretty, and as you can see, if I can get close to this, let's go ahead and take a look real fast. There it is. Okay, so the daylily, as you can see, this is a brand new bloom that bloomed today, and so is this. This is yesterday's flower. As you can see, what happens, daylily gets its name because it flowers for that day and then another bloom blooms the next day. So daylilies are known for flowering for just that one day, right? Just like that one, and then they go back and they love the sun. They thrive in sun. They really don't need that much nutrition, though I'd like to let you know that I do put Osmocote in my ground, and I do have my own I grow my own plants, and like right now we have a lot of hens. They're nice organic eggs, so things are going good, and I have my own compost pile. So having your own compost pile is really nice because it gives you the chance to add organic material that you know is very good for your plants, to your plants and in your gardens. And here I'm going to share with you what it looks like from a distance. Over there to the left are some of my blackberries. There we are. The flowers are turning into blackberries, so it's a good accent next to this. And I have some behind it. I have some iris. Those are bearded iris plants. They're really well accented, as you can see. The pattern is the same. As you can see, it's in the flowy pattern. The pattern I actually really enjoy. Very nice, beautiful. This will actually go ahead and bloom all throughout summer. I do want to let you know that. The trick is to come over and grab your flower that is already dead and pull it from the plant. Now, I'm not going to do this one today, but I did pull another one from here, and that promotes this plant into growing more flowers for you. Over here, I took that one off, and it promotes the plant to grow more blooms. There you go. More blooms means more flowers. Okay, at this section of my garden, what I did last year is I shared this plant with you, and I did this by successfully transplanting it from one area of my gardens into this area of my garden. So now I have the new garden. My blackberries are doing really well, and here some more blackberries and some more bearded iris. So overall, I'm very happy with this area of my gardens. This year, this plant did produce extra blooms, extra little shoots. As you can see, oh my gosh, I love the leaves and the leaf pattern. I can't tell you how much I love plants. I am probably, perhaps, for sure, at this point, the plant lady. That's right, I'm Spenta, and I'm admitting to being the plant lady. So here we are. This is one of my flowers that also returns each year. That's a hollyhock plant. It's so beautiful, comes in a variety of color. So does this. The daylily comes in different colors. I have a red variety that I've introduced into my front gardens this year. I believe that it will accent my Dutch iris along with the bearded iris. Up front, I have a lot of daffodils, hyacinth, and tulips. At this point of the year, because it is mid-spring, what happens is daffodils, tulips, the actual leaf portion stays there. So it all looks like it's there without a flower on it. So it's really nice to be able to add flower to it. That way your spring flowers don't just look like they have leaves and they're not producing anything. This is nice to produce. This is nice to introduce to your gardens because it'll produce flowers during the time that your other ones aren't producing flowers, and it doesn't look like you just have a lot of grain stalks coming out of the ground. So daylilies are something that I definitely recommend that you put in your gardens. They do multiply, so as you can see, it's in abundance this year, and it'll multiply and it'll grow even larger next year. I was able to transplant one of them over here. I want to share that with you, and it already has a bloom on it. I'm pretty happy with that. See how small that is? So it doesn't really take much. there it is. So my gardens are doing really well. I love the daylilies. I highly recommend them for your gardens. Definitely love hollyhocks. I recommend them too. You should check out my shares about hollyhocks, bearded iris, Dutch iris, along with my blackberries. I love transplanting them, and it's really nice. Blackberries, being able to transplant them in your other area of your gardens and having more of them is definitely succession transplanting and successfully transplanting things from one area to another, so you can become self-sufficient and have your own plants all year round, looking at beauty or things that you can enjoy eating your produce. Again, I'm Spenta. I thank you for watching my share. This is my daylilies, and I do recommend them for your area. I live in USDA Zone 7. I love gardening. Again, thanks for your support, love, and kindness. Visit, likes, comments, and subscriptions. I wish you a beautiful day and happy gardening.